Welcome to Bariatric Business Accelerator, the podcast created for busy weight loss practitioners and their teams who want to systematize, simplify, and accelerate the growth of their new or established weight loss practice. And that goes for medical and or surgical weight loss practices alike. So today we're talking about 7 different ways to create a competitive edge for your weight loss practice. Who doesn't want a little bit more of that? So we want to have a competitive edge. And in business and life, you can create a competitive edge by doing what other people perhaps aren't willing to do. And I'm not talking about anything that's overly hard or anything that's bad or something that you shouldn't be doing. I'm talking about strategic actions that are different, that help you stand out from everyone else in this very busy industry. It's very competitive out there. We all know that. So we've got to do things that help show how we are different, help us showcase our expertise, our opinions, our services that we offer. And that's exactly what these 7 different strategies can do for you. Now, I'm not saying you should implement all of them. I have implemented all of them in our practice. I've done it with Weight Loss Practice Builder. I've helped other practitioners do this in the past, and I'm also currently working with clients to implement a number of these. But they do require some work, but they are assets. They're things that you can do that will last for a long time to come to help attract the right patients. So this, like I say, is something that some people aren't willing to do because perhaps they don't want to put themselves out there. They think it's just a little bit too different, but it's strategically done. It is amazing how it can affect your practice and really set you up for a lot of growth. And it really gives you a competitive advantage because your competitors aren't necessarily doing this. So the first one that I'm going to talk about is creating an online course. Now, this does require a lot of planning, work, strategy, launching, that sort of thing. But it's an asset that's out there that you can complement what it is that you're doing in your practice. It's something that you can sell independent to people who need the services that you offer, especially for those of you in very niche areas where you might be the only one providing such services. And it's something that you have a lot of requests for, and you're having a hard time maybe meeting all the needs for all the referrals that you're getting in. I'm working with a practitioner right now that's exactly the case. We're creating an online course that is going to have recurring revenue for her. It's going to augment everything that she does in her practice, help reinforce what she teaches each and every day for her patients. And I'm super excited about it. So an online course is one way that you can take your expertise and showcase it. It might even be expertise that you have for your colleagues that you want to go ahead and put into a course. So there's lots of different ways that you can do that, but that's one thing that's really different. A lot of people aren't doing that out there. So it's one way to have a competitive advantage and also have some recurring revenue in your practice. So creating an online course. The other thing you can do is start a YouTube channel, a vlog. It's a video log, like a blog, only it's with video. And you may say, I don't want to be on video. So you can do these videos lots of different ways. But the important thing, and I know you've heard me talk about this before, is once you have that, it can really be a great way to attract people because you are presenting information on what they are searching for. I don't know how many times in our practice or even with Weight Loss Practice Builder that I'll have people reach out to me and say, I've watched all the videos, or I've watched the majority of all of your videos. And for our patients, they come in and they feel like they know the practitioner already. They already know your team. You have been answering their questions for a while. And if you think about it, whether it's in weight loss or other specialties, you see practitioners doing this quite effectively. And so that can be a great way to attract people into your practice and want more of what it is that you offer. So having a YouTube channel and a vlog, that sort of thing, can be very effective. The third one is just consistently posting your thoughts, your ideas, and your advice. So you can do this via the vlog, like we just talked about, a blog. You can do it via a Q&A with Dr. whatever you're, so-and-so with your brand, any of that. So just consistently putting information out there, but it has to be strategic. It has to directly relate to the people that you want to serve and the questions and concerns that they have. And it's something you can do as easily as just you can pick one channel. You can do just Instagram, just Facebook, just YouTube. You can maximize and leverage leverage the use of what it is that you're creating. You can involve your team. There's so many ways to make this simpler than what it may sound or seem to you to be. So anyhow, that's the third one. The fourth one is to write a book or a shook. A shook is a short book, and we do this a lot. I mean, I've helped physicians and practitioners, my husband, myself, colleagues, publish many books that have really grown their practice and grown their entire business. So a book is one way to do it. There's a lot of moving parts with that, but it is something that has never been as easy to do as it is today. Or a shook is something that you can create that's a smaller version, that's more of an ebook, something like that, that people will want to gain access to. So you can provide that, and there's lots of different ways that you can promote it and have it available to people on Amazon. It's also a great way to take all that information you're sharing with people on a regular basis, highlight your patients, put it all into a book, and you can do a lot of really cool things with that. When we do launches, we involve our patients. It helps gets the word out. It's really a lot of fun. So a book or a shook is number 4. Number 5 is to create free giveaways with information people want. We're doing this right now with a few practices for weight loss, for bioidentical hormone replacement therapy, for different nutritional plans that you have. There's lots of different things that you can create. Then we create this great resource that is branded to you, that has all of your information, and they also gain access to it by being put onto your email list so that you can regularly communicate with them. We build a landing page, which is just an easy page either on your website or elsewhere where they can go to easily get this free resource that is very desirable for them and very informational and really helpful for them. And it's a process that can really build your business. If you go to weightlosspracticebuilder.com/free, you'll see how I've created a whole lot of these different free resources for people that end up getting downloaded just about every single day by someone. So it's something that I like to do because it helps someone, and it doesn't cost them anything. And it's a great way to get you and what you offer in front of other people and really help them, which is what as practitioners we're always interested in doing. So that was number 5. Number 6, you might want to start a podcast. This is a podcast that gets put onto my YouTube channel, so I'm leveraging it in a variety of ways, but it's also on all the podcast channels, and we always encourage you, of course, at the end to subscribe if you're not subscribed. We've done it for our practice as well. We had a surgical one and a medical one, and patients would come in and they'd be out taking their walks, they'd be on their elliptical, they'd be listening to the physician, Dr. Clark, my husband, and he'd be covering lots of topics, and they loved it, and they still love it. So as a podcast is another great way to get your message out. So that was number 6. And number 7, actually, I would just like to say, as a strategy, stop doing what's driving you crazy and not getting you results, and start doing something different and measuring it and seeing how it goes. So it never hurts to try that. And these are all exciting things that use your knowledge, use your expertise, and is packaged really well in ways that people like to digest it. And it's a great way to get the word out and to get a competitive advantage. It's also a way to get noticed by the media, to be invited to speak at different meetings if that's something you're interested in. Not necessary, but it's another way to do that as well. Some tips for success, I would say keep it simple and impactful. Try to keep it as simple as possible. Focus on the delivery modality that you really enjoy. I used to hate video. I have grown to really enjoy it. I find it to be something easy to do, and I've built a system so that it can happen very easily and be edited and put out there very quickly. So do something that you enjoy. Be consistent, be unique, be brave. You've got to be brave in order to do some of these things because it is different. So we want to be brave and do something different, and it never hurts. I mean, I always think to myself, what's the worst case scenario? Figure out how you would manage that and go for it. Include your team as much as possible. Monitor your results. See what's resonating with people, what's not. Do more of what's resonating and less of what's not. And then you also want to be authentic. So you want to make sure that whatever the message is, that it's true and it is intended to help someone, just like this podcast is. and work hard, of course, and have fun. Celebrate your wins. So those are my tips for how to get a competitive advantage. And we deeper dive it on this in membership. And I have such a great time working with all the wonderful practitioners that I get to work with across the U.S. I know I'm blessed with that. And I love their heart, their desire to serve more people, and my team and I just really enjoy it. So that's the goal. That's something that's really important to me, is working with people that I enjoy and that I respect. And so anyhow, if you're interested, reach out to me. If you ever have a question, Carol, Karol, at weightlosspracticebuilder.com is a great way to get a hold of me. Your emails come directly to me and only to me. So anyhow, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope this was helpful. And in the meantime, take care.